is Wild Card Weekend. These fantasy football rankings are based on the point per reception (PPR) scoring used in most seasonal and daily fantasy football formats. 1 point is awarded for every 10 rushing and receiving yards and 1 point for every 20 passing yards. 6 points are awarded for touchdowns scored, 4 points for passing TDs and 1 point for receptions. For the playoffs, these rankings are for 1 week only, not for leagues that play cumulative point totals. For the win, 3 tips to help win your playoff fantasy league check status rankings are compiled by FantasySharks.com. Quarterbacks: 1 Drew Brees NO vs Carr. 2 Alex Smith KC vs 10. 3 Jared Goff L.A.R vs Saddle. 4 Cam Newton Carr. At NO 5 Blake Bortles Jack vs Buff. 6 Matt Ryan Attle. At L.A.R 7 Marcus Mariota 10. At KC 8 Tyrod Taylor Buff. At Jack. Running backs: 1 Todd Gurley L.A.R vs Saddle. 2 LaShawn McCoy Buff. At Jack. 3 Alvin Kamara NO vs Carr. 4 Kareem Hunt KC vs 10. 5 Mark Ingram NO vs Carr. 6 Leonard Fournette Jack vs Buff. 7 Devonta Freeman Attle. At L.A.R 8 Christian McCaffrey Carr. At NO 9 DeMarco Murray 10. At KC 10 Derrick Henry 10. At KC 11 Tevin Coleman Attle. At L.A.R 12 Jonathan Stewart Carr. At NO 13 Charkandra Quest KC vs 10. 14 TJ Yeldon Jack vs Buff. 15 Mike Tolbert Buff. At Jack. 16 Chris Ivory Jack vs Buff. 17 Fozzie Whitaker Carr. At NO 18 Malcolm Brown L.A.R vs Saddle. 19 Corey Grant Jack vs Buff. 20 Teron Ward Attle. At L.A.R 21 3 Edmonds NO vs Carr. 22 Cameron Artis Payne Carr. At NO 23 Akeem Hunt KC vs 10. 24 Marcus Murphy Buff. At Jack. Wide receivers: 1 Julio Jones Attle. At L.A.R 2 Michael Thomas NO vs Carr. 3 Tyreek Hill KC vs 10. 4 Rishard Matthews 10. At KC 5 Ted Ginn Jr. NO vs Carr. 6 Mohamed Sanu Attle. At L.A.R 7 Robert Woods L.A.R vs Saddle. 8 Devin Funchess Carr. At NO 9 Cooper Kupp L.A.R vs Saddle. 10 Kelvin Benjamin Buff. At Jack. 11 Sammy Watkins L.A.R vs Saddle. 12 Taylor Gabriel Attle. At L.A.R 13 Marquise Lee Jack vs Buff. 14 Corey Davis 10. At KC 15 Albert Wilson KC vs 10. 16 Allen Hurns Jack vs Buff. 17 Deed Westbrook Jack vs Buff. 18 Keelan Cole Jack vs Buff. 19 Eric Decker 10. At KC 20 Willie Snead NO vs Carr. 21 Zay Jones Buff. At Jack. 22 Brandon Coleman NO vs Carr. 23 Deontay Thompson Buff. At Jack. 24 Demarcus Robinson KC vs 10. Titans 1 Travis Kelce KC vs 10. 2 Delaney Walker 10. At KC 3 Greg Olsen Carr. At NO 4 Charles Clay Buff. At Jack. 5 Austin Hooper Attle. At L.A.R 6 Josh Hill North.O vs Carr. 7 Tyler Higbee L.A.R vs Saddle. 8 Mercedes Lewis Jack vs Buff. 9 Ed Dixon Carr. At NO 10 Nico Leary Buff. At Jack. 11 Levine Toilolo Attle. At L.A.R 12 Gerald Everett L.A.R vs Saddle. 13 Demetrius Harris KC vs 10. Kickers: 1 Will Lutz NO vs Carr. 2 Harrison Butker KC vs 10. 3 Graham Gano Carr. At NO 4 Matt Bryant Tattle. At L.A.R 5 Ryan Supp 10. At KC 6 Sam Ficken L.A.R vs Saddle. 7 Josh Lambo Jack vs Buff. 8 Stephen Hauschka Buff. At Jack. Defenses: 1 Jacksonville Jaguars vs Buff. 2 Los Angeles Rams vs. Seattle. 3 Carolina Panthers at NO. 4 Kansas City Chiefs vs. 10. 5 New Orleans Saints vs. Carr. 6 Tennessee Titans at KC. 7 Atlanta Falcons at L.A.R. 8 Buffalo Bills at Jack.